Thank you very much. She's shaking ass at 10 a.m. They think I'm serving brunch.
Hey everyone, welcome to Royal Talks. Thank you for joining us again for episode 2. We're here at the dopest spot on 8th Street. It's called The Ella Grace. We're here with so many people, as you can see, so many fabulous people. So I just want to, take a time to just everybody to introduce yourself. What do you do? What's your business? And how do you connect it to The Ella Grace?
Hey, I'm Chef B. I'm an operator of CULINARY. I operate out of Ella Grace, 1428 Street. I also live outside in catering, deliver, lunch menus.
He got this nice,
you see
spread
this?
for us right
This
here.
work all
We got the shrimp nachos.
What? Should we like hold us closer?
Let's see.
Let's do it. Let's see.
She about to
I got
sample.
y'all.
There you go. Model it. You can only find this at the Ella Grace.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I just hit real bad. Fire.
Real bad. So of course, we have me, the beautiful host, Joss. And then we have our lovely Toni from our previous episode.
Y'all already know.
She has her own business. And we have over here the owner.
I'm Tommy, operator of Ella Grace.
Alright.
Couple different other
Business
projects
Right.
that I got going on.
In the
too.
works.
Yes.
Alright. We got over here.
My name is Mike, also known as Hookah Man Mike. I was told the best hookahs in DMV, so
Okay. And as you can see, he got 2 hookahs for us tonight. He got different flavors. Whatever y'all want, he makes.
Come on.
Right?
Don't play with them.
And then we have the lovely.
Hello, I am Kenya. I am actually the wife of the owner.
It's giving Queen Bee. Okay. It's giving Boss Lady.
I am also a teacher in high school, and then I also help Tommy manage various companies as well as a few of mine.
Period. Awesome. All right, so we're just gonna dive in. Our topic for this episode is business versus pleasure, and how we're breaking that down in this episode is what does an entrepreneur or business owner or owner of a small business have to do to balance the work life and the fun lifestyle about themselves. We know that self-care is very important. But it can get very chaotic being an entrepreneur, and it's very important just to have that balance. So can you guys kind of share what does that look like for each and one of you?
I think rule number 1 is you gotta be your own asshole boss. I cuss my own self out at least
I
twice
agree with
a day.
that.
Like, get the fuck up, do this. I'm that asshole boss to myself. That's important because you can get in this creative space and just float and time goes away.
Right.
You gotta somehow bring it back. That's
I definitely agree. Having your own business ain't no joke. When you clock in a 9 to 5, you have somebody else telling you what to do, how to do it, and all that throughout the day. When you run your own business, you have to be strict. I have to get up at 6 a.m. I have to do yoga for an hour. Then from 7 to 8, I need to look at the clientele. Whatever it is, it's on your own time. And that's harder than going to a 9 to 5 when someone else is telling you. So I really feel like that's the difference between success and not. So if you have your own business, you gotta make sure you're managing that shit. And like you said, you gotta be your own ass boss. You gotta do it yourself.
I think for me too, perfectionism is a thing for me.
It's hard.
I want everything all perfectly structured.
Right.
But sometimes you just gotta go with the flow because sometimes things don't go perfectly.
Right. I think I have bittersweet. I have both. Because I be working on some other businesses, but then I come home and I help out and manage with other businesses.
Right.
So the 9 to 5 is very much so and don't fix, don't do it.
Right.
Right. 9 to 5 is very robotic. You know what you gotta do. You know what's expected of you. You know the amount of energy it takes to be at a 9 to 5 for you to function properly. But then when you go into your entrepreneur mode, it's like, all right, what do I need to be functional? Like, do I need to do yoga? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to do this? Do I need to like check in for a doctor's appointment? Like, there's a lot of things that goes into being an entrepreneur to make sure you are straight. In order for you to be that entrepreneur and like and perform at your top of success.
So my big thing is, since I'm going hookah research, I'm always going research on other hookah companies. I travel to other hookah places to get them. Might take a few things. But that's the main thing for me is research and get the work done. Get your product. You got to be different from other companies.
Yeah.
Like what makes my hookah different from other people?
What makes your hookah different? Right. What do you think?
Flavors, and I clean my hookah consistently.
You say it louder?
I clean my hookah consistently. Every session. I got to. So.
I can agree. Every time you came here, your hookah smells smooth, crisp. You can't smoke hookah everywhere. You hit the hookah, you like, that shit ain't good. You ain't never came here and had no hookah, okay? This shit's smooth as hell, no matter what the flavor is. Definitely like that. And you're a business owner, so how do you feel like you manage
And as you said,
and you're married?
and you have other businesses, so it's not just
gonna do that.
Yeah.
So it's primarily just prioritizing and writing down, making sure that you have like a agenda book or something along those lines. I got my trusty old notebook in my phone, calendar, all that stuff. So it takes a lot. A lot of the stuff that I do is semi-repetitive, but like I said, I try to make sure that I get what needs to be done right away. Sometimes, like I said, I do procrastinate a little bit, but at the same time, I do make sure that the most important things are taken care of right away. Because, like I said, if it's a contract or it's a inventory, the clean, having the bar clean, having all my businesses running smoothly. Like I said, I'm hands on.
making sure your employees show up for work.
Yeah, that too. So I'm definitely not one of them owners that kind of sit back and just let things happen. I'm very hands on to make sure that the process and just the experience is top notch. Because at the end of the day, your first impression is your last impression.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, if your first impression sucks, 9 times out of 10 people ain't coming back.
Very
But
much so.
if you put out that great energy the first time, it's gonna create like what I would say as a pattern of people coming back and just like enjoying their time. And we try to keep it the same, or not necessarily just give them something new every time. Because you gotta be fresh. Because it ain't like if you do the same thing over and over and over again, like we live in a day and age of short-term memory. So if you don't give them something new, then that attention span is going to be very short, and then they're going to look for something else.
So what makes Ella Grace the uniqueness of Ella Grace versus all the other bars on Main Street?
The vibe. It's also we try to do different things on a regular basis, so I try to make sure that the clients are getting the best experience possible. Especially with B, he creates a menu to make sure that you're gonna get the normal stuff that you normally see, but he's gonna have a chef special.
Like these are nachos with fucking flowers. Like come on, yo. I mean, and also something that I think is different, like something specific, is like Ella allows you to create your own vibe with your friends. It's not something where you come in like, oh, this is the vibe. Right. When you get here, the mixologist, the bartender, the chef, they kind of play off of very in tune with what you want. It's been several times where like you go to a restaurant and the chef is like, oh, we don't make changes. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But you can't do that. There are people who are vegan who want to come enjoy your spot. There are people who might want something edited on their dish. And although you operate out of a small kitchen, like Chef Be is really, really good.
Very versatile.
Also coming out of the kitchen and talking to customers and being like, hey, what do you need specifically? Do you want this sauce? Do you want that? Do you not want to cook this way? He's really good at making the smallest space work for him and like dedicating time and energy to clients. A lot of people don't get to talk to the chef that's making this information.
I also love how the mixologists, like, they ask you, like, do you have any allergies? What's your favorite type of alcohol? It's not just like you said,
what do you want?
It's not a bar. It's not a cocktail wine. Let me just give you real.
Yeah, no.
Let's be clear again. We are a cocktail bar. We are not a speed bar. We're
That
not
bar,
a club. We're a cocktail bar.
Baby, your drink will be good, but it might take a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
But it's
food,
gonna
the
be
food
good.
is made to order. It's
Made to order.
not something that is already pre-prepped and then he plates it and keeps it moving.
Made
It
to
is
order.
made to order.
I love that.
We're gonna
Like,
get that fresh. We're gonna get that freshness from beer.
And even like the upstate space that we're in now, you hear music from downstairs, but like that's downstairs.
Right.
Playlist. Up here we have a separate speaker. Clients can connect to it. They can listen to their own music.
Right.
It makes you interact with the people around you, different races, different ethnicities, different orientations. It's like, hey, do you like this music? You want to play it? Someone else can switch off your off. It really allows you to get your own experience.
and you guys do like private parties and like, you know.
I'm the event coordinator for other races.
Okay, period. Okay.
Remember the contact. Hey, look. Email please. Instagram love_Ella_Grace. There you go. You want to do an event, and then eventually it'll come into an email with me, and I'll be the one communicating.
So we're gonna put all that information on the information box below this video, so you guys can check it out on their Instagram. Email them if you have a private booking or a private event you want to do. So definitely, let's just dive into some conversation. So how is working here either challenging or just better for like your personal life or just your day-to-day life? Because I don't know, for me, I used to work at a bar. I used to be a waitress at a bar. And to be honest, when I would leave that bar, I was so sick of like alcohol, just everything. I was just like, I just don't want to do no clubbing, no bars, none of that. So how do you guys balance it to, feel normal?
Honestly, I like to go to other places to kind of see their vibe and see what they're doing to curate the vibe for the clients. Trust me, it's annoying sometimes going to different places because I'm not looking at just the food. I'm looking at the whole aesthetic of everything. So it gets annoying. I mean, I'm pretty sure B can attest to that. When he goes out, he's looking at the food crazy.
Right.
He wants to send shit back, but it's like,
But it's like it's not me cooking.
I'm all
Right.
Let me
enjoy
enjoy
what it is. And sometimes I'm able to like not do certain things with my menu because I didn't like how
Right. Yeah, that's important. I feel like having your own business, you have to do research on how other businesses operate to know. I mean, there's that we always be top tier. That's the goal.
I'm going to all different types of
Right.
I'm watching different shows,
Yeah.
reels and lives and the whole nine. YouTubes just to see what other chefs are doing because I want to give you an experience that's just going to be different. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally my menus. I create my menus for my clients. With me, it's we can work off one of my base menus, but I can also flip it and finesse a whole menu.
Right, and cater to you.
Whatever that is.
That's fire. No, they don't at all. They're like, oh, you like my food for what it is, I'm gonna present that.
Right.
It's like, wait, I got some restrictions.
Right.
People will pay you to give them what they're asking.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I think that's great because I feel like as a place or an establishment, you gotta keep up with the times. Like you can't just have these like played out, you can have the original drinks and stuff, but you also have to like keep up with the times of like, De Leon tequila, that's a new tequila. Everybody wants that.
It's actually good.
And it is.
I feel like as a business owner, my issue, I have an entertainment business, so I have certain equipment that you can rent for your parties. I had a bad experience renting my 360 photo booth at another club. I really felt like the club owner more so wanted me for than my product. And as a woman, that's hard because I want you to respect me. I want you to respect my product. I want you to respect the vibe that I'm trying to give. But it's a little hard because I have your own ulterior motive. So I think that that's my biggest obstacle. But when you own your own business, you can choose who you do business with. There you go. That part. So it took one night in that club for me to realize, oh, okay, your motives aren't what I'm aligned with. I'm moving on to the next. And also realizing, like, all money ain't good money. That part. I will decline.
And that's not being an asshole. That's you realizing, like, that's not the energy I want my
and
business
setting boundaries for yourself. Because I don't want him to tell another club,
oh yeah, you can carry her like this.
No, it's never that.
You've been to booth once.
That's it.
Every time.
And that's another part about being a business owner. In the beginning, you know, I would do a lot of free events. I would do a lot of discounted events. You get to a certain point where you're like, honey, I've improved my point already. You want to give me my point that I deserve it. And you should. And you're going to respect me too.
It is not
that part.
Researching, investing, so I can charge them.
I love that. Research, recovering, and resting. That's really hard. I love that. Right.
That's important.
That's important. Like I'm salad, baked chicken, the whole nine, then I can get back to my meal.
I love that.
Exercise, and rest.
So I want to also ask, what has been like the most difficult, let's say, crowd or customer that has come in here? Because I know y'all got some stories.
Well, one, you gotta have patience. Doing that, you gotta have patience in life. You gotta have patience. You got to.
I agree. Some people take advantage of patience.
They do.
I don't know. Like, okay, babe, do you think that you would have an experience where it's like you can say you dealt with maybe like the worst client, or do you think that's more my set because I interact with guests?
No, I mean,
I feel like you can answer it.
I mean, I've dealt with quite a few clients that might have had like a semi-bad experience or some sort along those lines. And like I said, because I'm in the position I'm in, not saying that because I'm in the position I'm in, I know I can handle it, but because of the fact that of my experience in being in the hospitality industry, I know how to handle certain things and kind of smooth things over to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, the experience is not totally jacked up to the point where they're going to give us a bad review or anything along those lines.
Or it's like, how can I make this issue better
Yeah, like,
right now?
all you got to do is just ask a question. Because a lot of times it's just a matter of like, all right, there are some people that are going to be, or some clients or great patients that are going to be kind of difficult, but at the same time, set the expectation. And once you set the expectation, then they can kind of get on board. And 9 times out of 10, like I said, maybe this spot ain't for you. It is what it is. Like I said, I'm not going to say like, oh, just because you're here, you belong here.
Right.
At the end of the day, it might be a situation where this might not be your vibe. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple other bars. Like I said, we got sister bars or bars right next door that we're really cool with. So if you like that type of vibe,
Please try it.
Please try it. Like I said, because at the end of the day, it's no love loss. It's just more so find what you want. And then if we're not the vibe you're looking for, follow me. Try it. But I guarantee you, we're going to have one of the best vibes on this.
I really feel like that's what makes a great business owner. Somebody that's open to it. Because somebody will be like, oh, you don't like me? Then there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
No, everybody's different. Everybody's vibe different. I went to a bar a couple of weekends ago and it was like, we went in there and we seen the crowd. This is not what we call. But, I mean, right, being the people that we are when we took off get in, you know what I'm saying? We're going to enjoy it.
I'm going to be here for a minute.
They was playing Miley Cyrus, they was playing Justin Bieber, but then they was playing like Shake That Ass. It was really weird.
See, sometimes it also take you like a couple shots to get into it.
That's hard. That's why you have to have a good bartender. Okay?
Yeah, that's
why I
right.
say Justin Bieber.
Yeah, right. That's why
But I do
the
think
chef, the owner, everything got to be on point.
It
Because
does.
If not, it makes people just run away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because sometimes when people stay for the vibe of the individuals, not so much the aesthetic of the place.
Yes. Yes.
Also, I believe we go set the tone because when you walk in the door, you can feel the energy between
Yes, yes.
It's a love family type of vibe.
Right.
You come in, it's like you kind of want to be
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all playing cards,
Right.
cooking, and playing
like a
checkers
cookout.
real quick. Let me play my little, skip, reverse.
Yeah. Jenga.
I love how like the door is open downstairs and it's like people walking past and they're like, "What's going on in here?"
Yeah.
And it's like, "Yeah, come in, check it out for yourself." Like I love that.
I also love that like some of our guests do want to tell other people no.
Yes.
Like it's not always us, and people don't always look at us and be like, "Oh, yeah, I gotta be honest." When we're dressed in regular clothes, it's not like uniform here. You know what I'm saying?
Intimidating.
It's not. And like some people walk past and be like, "I don't think that's my car." And then they be like, right, and be like, "Oh no, come in, come in."
Right.
I like that customers do that, and like we don't have to do it as operations or business owners.
Because the thing when you're proud of where you're at, you gonna tell the people to come in.
Like, oh, the crowd that they carry is also the right.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's all the part of the vibe.
What has been okay? Now we talked about like the worst experience. So what has been the best experience?
I mean, to be honest with you, like the best experience is always when somebody leaves here with a great time and they come back and show more love and bring more people. Because at the end of the day, like obviously we did a great job the first time when you came, or the previous other times you came. So you want to keep on bringing new people, keep bringing just introducing new people to our spot. And that's what kind of is the best experience for me because, like I said, I want to create a vibe that's going to be, suitable, or, a relaxed vibe. You ain't got to be on no bougie shit, or you ain't got to be on no, particular type of vibe. It's just, we freestyle in this thing, and this is what it is. And like it's cool. You can go to that standing joint over there, or standing little joint down there.
Right.
It is what it is. Like like I said, I've been in the nightlife industry for a long time. Shit. But one of my business partners, best friend, we've been rocking for damn near 15 years, and we've been in that space where the mega clubs, down to the lounges, and we've experienced pretty much everything under the sun. So like, just in here, just having people have a great time, and and seeing them come back is just like, dang, we did our thing.
We did our thing.
Yeah. I also love when like people come back so much and like I end up going in the first week. Right. And you go and you be like, "What can you at?" I love that.
I mean, I kind of like I would kind of say like this. Listen, our vibe is kind of like, y'all know what Cheers is? This is the neighborhood Cheers. 8th Street, you come in, come join the family.
Right.
That's what it is.
I do get family vibes.
Absolutely.
I love the diversity of not only the staff, but also like just the clients that come in. I mean, I would never have thought, like even today, like there was like white folks next to me, and I was like, okay, like, what's up?
Like your everyday encounter might not be white people. And you sit down and have a conversation and it's like, damn.
No,
For real. Because that's a whole nother barrier too. But like establishes, we have people come in who might be white or Latino or something like or LGBT plus. And they come in like, this ain't my son.
But you come in here and feel like everybody.
But then you have people who are part of those communities to take a chance. They come in there like, I fucking love this.
Yeah.
It's inclusive.
Yeah.
So I like that.
And I agree, because even I have my booth. I have one family. Every single event they book me. They have parties for anything. But their cousins book me. Their aunties book me. They go to the party, they see me, they see the vibe. I mean, the 360 booth is cool, but I know I'm lit because of the vibe that I get. You can sit on anybody's 360 booth, you sit on mine. You know that you're gonna feel like a celebrity. You're gonna feel like Hollywood. You're gonna feel like $1 million. I'm gonna hype you up. I'm gonna tell you
that part.
It's
the hype up. It's the hype
all
up.
that, and it means a lot because that family, like, when I first started, I did like 2 events for them, and she told me, she's like, "You're a part of the family." You know what I'm saying? Every time you come, they feed me, they give me drinks. I'm partying while I'm working.
Yeah.
There's no downfall.
And still maintaining a level of professionalism while doing it.
Always. Because I've worked the graduation party. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to drink. Because, I mean, it's a graduation party.
Like, nah, go ahead. Like, do something. Get loose. Take a little drinky drink.
It's at the end, everybody's happy.
Yes. they're tipping and they're
Yes.
they're like, please partake.
Oh, I'm having this event. I want you there. That's when you know you really.
Mike, have you had like a worse experience with Uber? Or a good experience with Uber?
I haven't, man.
Oh,
Very He got the look.
I think for me, you know, it's like it touches my heart that like people enjoy my food and they literally like tell me that they love it. Because like every play I put out is like my favorite. You know?
Food is intimate.
It's love.
It's
What they say, the weight of the heart is the stomach.
Hello.
Okay.
Look, I ain't gonna hold you, especially when a guy can cook. It's such a like a domestic thing for women to automatically know how to cook.
Yeah,
But when a guy can cook,
we can actually rest. Like
When we first came here and seen Chef B,
we was like, we had the crab cake slack. Oh my god.
love.
The crab cake just like broke the
My
heart.
mom
That's how you know it's
all the time.
Yeah.
That's all she orders.
fresh.
Yeah.
We seen him do the shit fresh. It was like, damn.
He like makes the
Gourmet
crab
ass
cake
thing.
in front of you.
Like he actually, you can see him.
The love he
It's
put
not
into
no sketchy guy in the back. You know.
The kitchen is open.
Yeah, the kitchen is open.
Yes, no, literally.
They cut no corners like that.
It's not no microwave. No.
You see everything being done.
Yeah.
From the drinks to the food to the service.
To the owners interacting,
the owners
though.
interacting.
They're not in the back or
That's not-
weird. Every time we come here, we know.
I promise
We
you.
play games with y'all. All that.
Right.
I promise you, I've been to like clubs and bars that I've never heard of the owner. I've never seen the owner. I'm like the
And
owner,
you do see them, they're like,
and the owner not even on the Instagram. They're not even on the nothing.
the owner
That's-
control that shit.
So that's the thing. So like again, I came from the nightlife industry. Well, like damn near 20 years into it. But like I said, when it came down to that, as far as running my own spot, I wanted to be like invited and also be like in the mix with everybody. Because like I said, that's when I was a promoter. Bro, that the only way we got the party cranking was because we got into the party with the people. If you ain't in, if you're not there to have a good great time with your clients, then what you here for?
And it's one thing to like see the flyer for the chicken to be like, oh, it's a bomb flyer, let me go. But to know the person who created the flyer, or to like be partying with the person who created it, it makes it a realistic experience.
It does, indeed.
So it's like, holy shit, you're a person. This isn't like robotic.
It's so funny that you said that too. I remember the first party I ever went to. Well, I did go to, but I got a flyer for it. Was in high school, and Nicki Minaj was on the flyer, and I was hyped. I was like, oh my god, Nicki Minaj gonna be there.
False
They
advertising.
were like, no, it's just on the flyer, and I just couldn't process that. I'm like,
What
so
are you
why would
doing?
you put her on there? She not gonna be
Why would
there.
you do that?
And they were like, it's just a part of the how you get people to come. I said, that doesn't make sense.
No, it's not.
That doesn't.
It's not.
Right,
It's
right.
real
Yeah,
bad.
the bob's up.
Real bad.
Real bad.
I want to know if I can relate because when I'm looking on the business page, I'm scrolling. I want to see who owns it. I want to see the face of all of this because people want to relate at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? How the times are. We want to know I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna feel accepted. I'm gonna feel welcome and all
I'm
that.
gonna say it right now. I'm not the face. My team and myself is the face. Like I said, we can't get this shit done without Hookah Mike, without B, myself, Kenya, anybody else that B.
But when we come here,
it's
you
making
see
drinks
it.
and
We see her, and that's what's important. To be around.
I feel like this conversation was so fruitful. Did y'all want to add anything else before
Any takeaways?
don't look for me.
Fuck it. I said it. So, we are also 420 friendly. We have a back patio where you are allowed to come and smoke.
Oh. Well, that's helpful because DC is very 420
Yes.
friendly.
Legal aviation.
Legal
Legal in the states that is.
Right.
Our bar, I think, is one of the only bars on the street that will allow you to actually go in the back.
That's it.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
A lot of people don't. But we do.
I love that.
Create your own space.
I love that. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is great. I mean, I'm just so grateful to have met each and every one of you. Thank you for being on this episode tonight. I hope to come back
As you should.
to another one. I mean, it's just gonna get better and better from here.
It can
So,
only.
definitely. Again, guys, I'm gonna put it in the description box in the bottom. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, Official Royal Talks, and definitely check us out. Keep checking us out. We're gonna have for our next episode another special guest. And again, just share this video, share this podcast, and come visit the Elevates.
The name, the Elevates.
Hello.
I'm going to the Elevates.
And cross-leg while you at it.
Right. It sounds real official, real cute, real proper.
But it's very classy.
Whatever vibe you want now.
Hoochie daddy
She got
shit.
the hoochie daddies on, okay? Ruben, he got them thighs out. That's like the Fuga,
Shorts on.
okay? I cannot.
All right, y'all.
And that's a wrap.
Thank you very much. She shaking ass at 10 a.m. They think I'm 7.